Hello everyone and welcome to Civilization 5. My name is Gironca and today I will start a brand new Let's Play series here on my channel. And as you can see, I'm using a bunch of mods. Most important of these mods is obviously the Winter is Coming mod, but I'm gonna give you a complete list of all the mods used in this Let's Play in the description of this video so you can check them out for yourselves. But as I said, the most important is obviously the Winter is Coming mod, or the Game of Thrones mod for Civilization 5. And as you can see, the map type is the Westeros and Essos map, so that's different from the last series I did, the series where I started as kind of Gironca's host and we transformed into the Draconian Empire. I'm also going to leave a link to this series in the description because this one we're going to do right now is going to be somewhat like the first series I did. It's going to be obviously a little bit different because we're using the actual Westeros and Essos map, and we're also going to load the scenarios, which means we're actually going to start off at war with certain nations, and maybe even more things happen. I don't know because I haven't fully played the scenario. I only started like the first 20 turns maybe. Also, as you can see, the map size is a little bit different. We're not playing in huge, and it says right now there's 8 players or 8 civilizations and 16 sovereignties, but if you have a look at the scenario, it's actually a little bit different. We have 12 players and 15 sovereignties. Now these 12 players are all of the civilizations that are, all the unique civilizations that are in this mod. So we're gonna have everyone. We're not missing out on anyone, which is great. Also, I changed the difficulty from Prince that we had last time to King, because we're the king beyond the wall. No, but seriously, it's a little bit harder, and I felt like the last Let's Play series was very easy. Despite me making so many mistakes, it was really easy to steamroll the AI. So I hope that this is kind of changing it, but still doesn't make it too hard to force me into min-maxing, which I don't want to do. Also, I've changed the game pace to standard because the last episode or the last series basically ended way before I wanted it to end because it was so slow. So I think with the game speed on standard it's going to be much better. So without talking anymore, let's start the scenario. And you will now see this this text right here. You can pause the video and read that if you want to. I'm going to ignore it and actually talk about why I've chosen the Free Folk for this campaign. Now, as I said, I want the series to be just like the Gironca's host or Draconian Empire that I've done before. So basically I want you guys to interact with me as much as possible, really. I want you guys to have a say in which policies and research we do next, what cities we settle, where we attack, and even how we name the world. And I think the only civilization that kind of offers the same possibilities is the Free Folk, because obviously the Free Folk with the Free Folk, each man and woman has a say in what's going to happen next. And also, the Free Folk is different from the other cultures of Westeros. And they don't really have much knowledge of a lot of the things that are south of the wall. So I feel like once we've passed a certain point, and I kind of decided that maybe Winterfell, once we're past that, I think we're going to go away from naming things after the canon. Well, after canon places, like the wall is still going to be known as the wall because, you know, giving that a unique name would be kind of stupid. But once we go further south, I think we can give the locations different names, more unique names, I say. But let's not talk about this too much now. I think you got the idea if you've watched the first series, so you know what I'm talking about. And let's begin our journey right now. So obviously that's the map mode buttons, that's one of the mods, but we'll talk about that later. Probably in the second episode you'll see something about this. But let's disregard this for now, and let's see what we start out with. So we already started with 3 cities, so that's part of the scenario. We don't just start out with a settler and a warrior. Instead, we already have 3 cities and 1 warrior. Also, we start out at war with, well, technically the wall, Castle Black, the Night's Watch, but they are being backed traditionally by the kings of the north, or the Lord Paramounts or Wardens of the north, and in this case that would be Robb Stark. So he's helping out the wall, which I think makes sense, but he's obviously also in other wars involved, so he's probably not going to help out too much. And I also think from my test run, they're not going to attack us, so until we are ready to move south, as you can see there's already some citadels here, until we are ready to move south, I don't think we have to worry about these guys attacking us too much. So yeah, let's close that for now, and let's have a look at our castle. So our capital is the Fist of the First Man. I think that makes a lot of sense. It's on a hill right here. Yeah, let's actually start. Well, what do we want to start with? Do we want to start with our warrior? Probably let's scout a little bit before we do anything. Where do we go next? I think I want to... probably... let's go over here. Let's check out this forest. Okay, interesting. So we're going to move north because we basically already know what's south. We have Castle Black over here. We have Eastwatch by the Sea over here, and we have the Shadow Tower here. And these are impassable mountains, basically, the Frost Fangs, or the southern part of the Frost Fangs. Then there's the northern Frost Fangs, and this is probably the Skirling Pass, but we'll decide on that later. Then we have Crustus Keep here, and Hardhome over here on the coast. And yeah, in the north, probably the lands of Always Winter, but we'll discover that. We'll discover that in a second. So yeah, the north is ally of Castle Black. That makes sense. And Then is ready for a new construction project, but Then is actually the Fist of the First Man. Okay, so we can build a monument. The monument increases culture, or a palisade wall. I think most important for us is a monument culture. Now, our unique ability, you've probably seen that on the starting screen. I didn't talk about it, but our unique ability is that we gain culture for destroying units. Now, in the beginning, we'll mostly destroy White Walker units, but that's fine. So I think a warrior will probably provide us with more culture than the monument, at least for now. So, do I want to? I don't know. I don't think I want to start with a monument. I don't think we need a palisade wall because, as I said, nobody's going to attack us, especially not the Fist of the First Man. If they want to attack us, they're first going to go for Crustus Keep or Hardhome. So I don't think we need either of these two buildings. So I'm probably going to start out with either a scout or another warrior or a worker. Well, we can't work any of these things. What do we need? We need trapping for deer and furs. We have silver for mining, and we have salt. Okay, we have salt here and furs. So basically we need trapping, calendar, we need a calendar, sailing for the whales. Okay, we have cider here. So mining is probably one of the most important things, and I think that's one of the starting research that we can do. So yeah, let's go for mining first. That's gonna be 11 turns. 11 turns. I think first off, I probably want to build a scout. Yeah, I think range. We're gonna have, well, not a ranger technically, but we're gonna scout. We're gonna scout the probably north of the wall because we want to attack that eventually, and maybe we're even gonna scout what's over here. We'll see. Yeah, I think a scout is a good first unit. Also, we can build something in Crustus Keep. Now, I think here we're going to build some warriors. Yeah. I think we're gonna everywhere just build some warriors. Yeah, that's probably good. We're making some decent cash, so that's good. Let's move on to the next turn already. Wow, that was quick. So yeah, one of the mods I just want to talk about is the quick turns that we've enabled. So that's gonna make the turns for all the AI much faster, and hopefully that speeds things up. Also, obviously, we have. I'm actually gonna go onto that hill. Also, we obviously have. City Banners Plus and Info Addict and a couple other, well, I guess UI improvement. Well, is it UI? Whatever. We have a couple improvement mods. But yeah, let's already move on to the next turn. Let's not spend too much time here in the beginning because there's not that much to do. I'm hoping actually, you know what? I probably should have gone for the production focus here. Oh, it's not our turn yet, probably. Yeah. So now it's our turn, so let's do this once again. Production, but no, I think we're gonna go for the food. Now, salt is an excellent resource to start out with. It's probably the best one because you get 2 food, gold, and if you upgrade it, you get 1 more food and 1 more production. So that's really, really useful. So yeah, 6 more turns until we actually get new citizens. Okay, until that, we are just going to... explore. Okay, so this is where the map ends. This is the northernmost region, I guess. Okay, I don't want to venture off with our warrior too far, because we're going to build a scout who's going to discover what's over here. And I think I'm going to use the warrior to scout out this area and see what's over here. Now I've also already decided which social policy I want to start out with. I know that I said that you guys will have an impact, and you will, but the first one is definitely going to be liberty, simply because we are the free folk. And I think if liberty ever makes sense, then it makes sense for the free folk. And we've just discovered a White Walker encampment. Well, that was to be expected. And again, it just makes so much more sense to have the White Walkers here in the north than anywhere else, I guess. So yeah, our workers, well, our warriors are going to take quite a while, but I think as soon as our second citizen is here and can work some production, it's going to be much faster. So I wonder if we want to attack, but it says a minor defeat. Well, that probably doesn't sound all too good. Let's just explore a little bit more before we attack. Maybe we want to wait for these other two warriors to start, to finish, and we're going to explore with our scouts over here. Awesome. Okay, and you need a new building I think, okay, a worker will need 14 turns. Now, mining is done in 6. A worker would be useful. We have a scout, we have a warrior, we have other 2 warriors being built. A worker could be potentially quite useful, but it still... No, we're gonna go for a worker. We're gonna go for a worker, and then we're gonna build probably the monument. I think we're gonna do the monument afterwards, and then that's good for now. Yeah. All right. Close this and move on to the next turn. So yeah, this is obviously, as I said, this is the end of the map, and this should also end rather soon over here, because we'll find water. All right. Just go one forward. Okay. Yep. Interesting. And I guess you need also orders. Yeah, so as I said, there's the water. Yeah, that was to be expected. I'm a little bit surprised that Hardhome is not on a peninsula, but perhaps it wasn't possible to do. I don't know. It's not too bad. It's just a little bit odd, I guess. Alright, so you're gonna move south, and then we've basically discovered everything. So we're gonna move over here, then we have discovered these 2 things, and then we're gonna need a second warrior who can take out this White Walker encampment. On you will probably scout the south. Yeah, okay. So there's also, this is, I think, the Bay of Ice. Not entirely sure, but yeah, as I said, we'll be naming things later on, and not just yet. And okay, so now all of our cities have grown. That's really good. So now we're actually producing some more hammers, I guess, some more production. That's good. Producing production. That's odd, but you know what I'm talking about. So now it's only 16 more turns. Good. And Hardhome's actually still 32. Why is that? Oh, because you're producing the food. Do I want to do that, or do I want to go... Actually, you know what? No, I'm going to go for this one, because that will produce 1 food, but also 1 production, but also 2 gold. Yeah, so that's pretty good. We can actually get pretty rich here in the beginning. I like that. So you, as I said, you're going to come over here, and then I guess we'll bring you, well, at least over here. Yep, and you can explore here the south coast and move on to the next turn. So obviously, things will start out a little bit slower. And also, by the way, you may be wondering why I'm not sending any men to scout the south here, which would be kind of important because we want to attack the wall. We're at war with them, after all. But if you put a unit right next to a citadel, that unit actually suffers, well, I guess, attrition in a way. So your unit is wounded, and we don't really have that strong of a unit just yet. So I don't want to hurt my units just now. Also, we've just discovered another barbarian encampment, probably on Bear Island, which is interesting. But let's move on to the next turn for now. Nope. So we've discovered everything over here. Okay. We have not discovered this yet. What do we do? Let's go back over here. And we're probably going to send these warriors to go around here, just so we can discover this as well. Let's move on to the next turn for now. Well, let's quickly have a look, because I didn't set my timer, so I don't actually know for how long this has been going on yet. Oh, did I break it now? No, we just discovered mining. Okay. Alright, so we got 5 more minutes. Sorry guys, I probably should have just set my time. I'm gonna do that right now, just so I know when to end the episode. But yeah, so we've researched mining pretty good, and that means we can actually, as soon as our work is done, we can actually start a mine over here and grab that salt, which is awesome. We need that. We're gonna move over here, and I think we're gonna just attack. It's gonna be a minor defeat, but we'll be able to heal up, whereas the White Walkers won't be. And because we finished our research, we are going to check out what we can do next. Now, one thing I should also mention is that I'm actually now using a new version of the mod, a newer version of the mod. Like in the last series, I don't know which version I used, but that one was this one I'm using now adds a couple of new things. For example, we have a potter you can build, also the weaver, and some other things as well, which is pretty cool actually, I guess. So we have a lot of deer and furs, so trapping would be useful, but we also need catapults if we want to attack the wall. Now, also I've seen actually that we have a couple of unique units. The Free Quark has a couple of unique units. We have the giants, and we have the war mammoth. Now, those are pretty cool units. The problem is that they are only available very late in the game, so we can't use them right now. So I've also seen a battering ram, but I can't seem to find it on here. If you know when I can build a battering ram, which technology I need in order to build that one, you can please tell me. But I wasn't able to actually find the battering ram anywhere here on the tech tree. So I don't really know what I'm going for. So I think next we're going to go for... We don't have wine, so this doesn't really make that much sense. Granary kind of makes sense because we have deer. But I'm probably thinking about... I mean, horses could be useful. Sheep, cotton, we don't have any of that. But I would like trapping, honestly. And that's gonna give us the butcher. That would be useful. I'm not too sure, but I think we want to go for trapping here. I want to go for trapping, and after trapping, we'll go for the calendar, and then maybe for mathematics, so that we get the catapult. I think that's how we're gonna do it. Or maybe, actually no. We're gonna go trapping, calendar, sailing, mathematics. Ooh, it's still a long time. But yeah, I think that's what we're gonna go for now. Another unit needs orders. Scouts. Yep, scout some more. This must be Bear Island. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is actually. And I'm not gonna click next turn. This will be it for the first episode, guys. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed. I hope that you are just excited about this series as I am. And yeah, I hope this is going to be a lot of fun. So join me next time when we will discover more of the lands beyond the wall. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I will see you next time.